Okay, so buckle up for a long intro. This is your one and only warning. I know, I dislike long intros too. But I have an awful lot to get through. I have several updates that I need to get through. So, first things first, I would like to give a big shout out to um, Mellow Etta, DGO1. Sorry for butchering your name in the last video and in this video. And also, I just want to thank you for being a part of this channel. It means an awful lot to me. Thank you so much for subscribing and commenting and keeping up with the videos on this channel. It means a lot to me, and I want to say that you are just the absolute best. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so update 1 kind of explains why I'm a little bit behind on making videos and uploading them to YouTube. My epic fantasy novel, Hybrid Wars, is off being beta read, so I've been busy with that lately. I want to say that the feedback has been very mixed. Some of you may be confused as to what's happened to When It All Falls Down. That novel is currently in the editing phase, and it's going to remain in the editing phase for at least the next 6 months. But back to the topic of beta reading, this is going to bring me to what I really wanted to talk about today, which was how to deal with criticism as a writer and as a person. I'll get to that topic in a minute, though. Update number 2 is I'm creating a new blog for writers and readers. I'll be working hard on that. Everybody learns in a different way. So if you want the lessons and the good advice, but you can't follow along with videos, then the blog will be the perfect place for you. I'll have a button where you can subscribe to the blog and receive emails when new articles go up. Please do subscribe because the information is valuable, entertaining, and I think that you'll get a lot out of it if you follow along with the blog. Update number 3 is that I just wanted to remind everyone that if you need something beta read for you, or you just want someone to help you, help guide you through the writing process, because maybe you're new, then you can reach out to me via email and I'll work with you one-on-one or provide the feedback that you'll need to make you a better writer. So I also wanted to remind everyone that it's okay to send fan mail if you want to. That's always nice too. And if you're struggling and need to talk, I'm here for that too, so don't be afraid to reach out if you're struggling with something that is writing or mental health related. It doesn't matter how busy I get, I'll stop everything that I'm doing to chat with you day or night. I'm here for whatever you need. Okay, and with all that out of the way, here is today's actual topic, which is how to deal with criticism. Lately, I've had to deal with very mixed opinions about my fantasy novel, and I'm happy to go through this process because I know in the long run it will make me a better writer overall. It is also important for me to understand what is and what is not working in my novel, especially because I don't usually write fantasy. I'm a literary fiction romance writer. However, I do enjoy the fantasy genre and wanted to try my hand at it. Hybrid Wars is kind of a test to see if I should be in that genre or not. But enough rambling. You know, as writers, we must embrace criticism because anytime you put your work out into the world, you are opening yourself up for criticism. You'll see it in your reviews, and you'll see it in the beta stage, and if you don't have thick skin, you're not going to last very long in this business. However, if you read too much into what your critics say, you'll kind of feel like how I've been feeling, which is not good, and it's not a good place to be in. Basically, you'll kind of feel like you don't want to write anymore. Oftentimes, you'll feel embarrassed, and these feelings are normal. It's tough to receive criticism for something that you've worked so hard on and you've spent so much time um, writing, and um, this is your baby. So it is very tough, but it's very necessary. So you really should take criticism with a grain of salt. And there's two different kinds of criticism. There's constructive, and then there's someone who is just being harsh. Okay, oftentimes a beta reader will not read through your entire work. Um, Sometimes they just skim it and then they give you very negative feedback. Um, and you're going to see this a lot in the review process too. After you've published your book, sometimes you can receive very negative feedback in your reviews. Some negative feedback in your reviews is actually a good thing, because it gives validity to the novel, but yeah, anyway, uh, the important thing to understand is what kind of criticism you're receiving. And a good rule would be, if the feedback you received is something like, I hated your book, the plot was bad, the characters sucked, but they don't give a reason why, that's just someone being nasty and harsh for no reason. I like to think that maybe these people who do that kind of thing are just jealous, and oftentimes that would mean that your work is actually really good, um, and that you're doing everything right. You're doing okay. But if the feedback is constructive, meaning someone said that your book was awful, but then they broke down all the reasons why um, they thought the book was just awful, that's constructive feedback, and that's what you need to focus on and fix. So when dealing with criticism, just take what is said with a grain of salt and learn what is and is not constructive. You gotta have a thick skin when you're doing any kind of creative work. Writing is an art form, and there are people who aren't going to understand your work or your art. They're not going to pick up on obvious context clues. People, they just don't pay enough attention, and that's why it's very important to make your work skimmable, because people won't read through it, and they may miss obvious details because of that reason. So, um, you know, if they miss something important, they're going to turn around, they're going to give you that negative feedback. And then there are people out there who just want a drama. Um, so anyway, I hope this video helps. Um, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.